Hey everyone, hope you're doing well. Welcome back to a new video. So this was a session from Friday and wasn't feeling too great, but for whatever reason I pushed pretty heavy. And actually the day after this one, or I believe it was during this night, so Friday night and I believe Saturday as well, I was working on a kind of a neat Excel sheet. So it's not a very complicated one, but it is one that will have my program on it, or at least calculate the metrics that I'm looking to calculate in my program. So this workout wasn't a part of it. This was the last one. So the next workout you'll see will be the first one from it. But within that sheet, and I'm clicking around to open it up here so I have it as a reference, I actually used Clarence Kennedy's program not to, actually not for any of the exercises or even the formulas, but literally just for the colors of it and the general shapes of it. So like to have like the exercise key bank and then just the gray and the blue text and whatnot. But the rest of it is how I calculated formulas with it. But the main goal that I have with that is to just kind of measure my training more. The workouts I do aren't really going to change, and I'll be able to do basically whatever I want during them, obviously, since I'm doing my own thing. But what I'll be able to do much more so is to calculate the tonnage, the average volume, the average weight, things like that, that will allow me to just more objectively see if I'm progressing, and also to make sure that I'm doing the volume in the areas that I want. So there's 6 areas that I'm tracking the volume in: snatch volume, clean volume, jerk volume, squat volume, pull volume, and pressing volume. I separated the clean volume and the jerk volume because I want to do much more jerk volume than I'm doing with cleans. I'm not as worried about with the cleans, but the 3 actual areas that have the most volume relative to the other 3 are jerks are number 1, squats number 2, and pressing volume number 3. And things that I kind of put in the pressing area are push presses and overhead press, jerks, or anything that has to involve with the clean jerks and the jerk itself, or front squat and jerk. And the way that I'm calculating the volume for, say, squat and for jerk, if I'm doing a front squat plus jerk, is I just kind of double up on that volume, if that makes sense. So if I'm on this particular day, the first one, if I'm doing a front squat plus jerk, then I'm just putting that as, 5 sets, 1 rep for whatever weights that I'm doing, and then just kind of calculate that up, or whatever I happen to be doing. And then I can kind of manipulate that and see if I'm actually putting enough volume in those areas. So it's kind of the main thing, or it's kind of the goal of the training, at least now, is to kind of push in those weaknesses and to get the legs and shoulders and all of that stronger. But I'll talk more about that, and I think I'll actually show the Excel sheet in the next one. I just kind of wanted to mention that and kind of preview it for the next video. But yeah, had some decent lifts today, as you can see, just not like super peaked, so it wasn't anything that was too crazy. But that's it for this one. Talk to you all the next one. Peace.